front of your mat. And we'll wake up the breath. Take a long inhale, sweep the arms high. And then exhale the hands to heart center. Inhale deeply, sweep the arms high. Exhale, hands to heart center. We'll take a couple more breaths like that. Inhaling through the nose as the arms sweep. Exhale, Anjali Mudra, hands at your heart. One more time, big breath in. And exhale, hands to heart center. This time, inhale, sweep your arms, keep the hands apart, and then separate your feet about hips width distance apart. Start to root down through every part of each foot. Feel the heels connect, the outer edges, the toe mounds, wake up the toes. And as you reach the fingertips up, shift your gaze up as well, but drop the shoulders down. Drop the ribs down, soften the belly a little bit. From here, we'll take another breath in. And on the exhale, we'll fold into a gentle ragdoll. Gentle meaning bend your knees quite a bit. Take your time getting down there. Shake out your head when you arrive. And then take a few breaths and notice what might feel good this morning. You can take a bind, hands to elbows, or you can just reach your arms and let them dangle to the earth. And then maybe take some movement side to side with the torso here. Let's start to decompress the spine a little bit. Start to open up the back line of your legs. Just shaking off sleep a little bit. Continue to focus on your breath. Waking it up, keeping it intentional, and growing it, expanding it. Let's place the opposite arm in front and continue to breathe into your ragdoll, with or without movement. Again, turning on your awareness right now. Let's really start to tune in and notice what the body physically might need from practice this morning. Notice what you woke up with. Notice what parts of the body might feel like they're holding on to tension. Notice what parts might feel like they have adhesions. And let's try to open up some space through the physical body. Take one more breath in here. With your exhale, release your bind if you took one. Place your hands down to the earth, and we're going to step back into tabletop on hands and knees. Okay. Once we arrive there, keep your hips right over your knees, but then walk your hands forward, lengthening the arms, pulling the heart through, lowering your third eye to rest to the earth. Just for a few breaths here. You want to try to feel an openness through the heart, the front of the chest, the front of the shoulders. Strong breath. Let every exhale take you in a little deeper for a couple more breaths. Settling into your practice. Take one more breath in here. Empty it out completely. Walk your hands back to tabletop position. I want to warm up the hip joints a little bit. So we're going to inhale, send the right leg behind you. Exhale, bring the knee towards the chin, rounding your spine. Inhale, lengthen the leg. No need to lift it too high. Exhale, knee towards your chin, rounding your spine. Two more times. Inhale, reach it long. Exhale, bring it right underneath you. One more time. Inhale, reach it, lengthening the spine. Exhale, flexing the spine. And then bring the knee to parallel your left one. We're going to lift out to the side this time. Inhaling with a bent knee. Take the leg laterally. Exhale, bring it back to center. Inhale out to the side. Exhale, bring it back. Two more breaths like that. Inhaling out. Exhaling in. Last time. Inhale. Right out to the side. Exhale, replace that knee to the earth. We'll do the other side. Left leg reaches on an inhale. And you exhale, knee towards your chin. Inhale, lengthen it, lengthen your spine. Exhale, bring it right underneath you. 2 more times. Inhale, lengthen, long leg here, long spine. Exhale, flexing your spine. 1 last time. Inhale to reach. And exhale to bring it underneath. Bring the knee to parallel your right one. Inhale, take that leg out to the side. Exhale, bring it back. 3 more breaths. Inhaling out. Exhaling, center. Last 2 times. Notice how the breath is beginning to kick in. Hopefully it's getting stronger and more rhythmic. Bring that knee back down to the earth. From here, make sure your wrists are right underneath your shoulders. We're going to reach the right leg back and just press into the ball of the foot. Reach the heel behind you. Hopefully you feel a stretch through the whole back of that right leg. Couple breaths here. Keep your gaze slightly towards the front of your mat. We're still working on keeping the spine neutral. Slide the shoulders away from the ears. Take a breath in. And with your exhale, bring that right knee to meet your left one. Send the left leg back, rooting down onto the ball of the foot again, and then pressing the heel behind you. Without shifting your torso though, all the focus on opening up the back of now that left leg for a couple more breaths. Take 1 more inhale here. With your exhale, bring the right leg back as well so that you're right into your high plank, Phalakasana. Okay, so we're pretty organized already. Just make sure that you have enough of a lift in your hips so that you can strongly connect the belly. You want to slide your tailbone underneath you like you're curling it under. Slide the ribs down towards the hip bones. Neutral shoulder blades here. Soft elbows, soft knees, nothing locked out. Take a breath in here. With your exhale, we'll send it back to downward facing dog, lifting the hips up and back, walking the feet in just a little bit, and taking your time to settle into this first one always. You can walk it out, alternating each heel down towards the earth. Start to root down firmly through every part of your hand. Keep the length through the arms. Keep those shoulders moving away from the ears. And then rooting down the heels. Again, the knees can stay soft here. Nothing needs to be locked out. Let's go through a little bit of movement with the breath here. Inhale, glide forward into a high plank. Exhale, send it back to downward facing dog. Inhale, forward, high plank. Exhale, downward dog. 2 more times. Inhale, gliding forward. Exhale, coming right back. 1 more time. Inhale, forward. And exhale, bring it back. Bring your feet together, and you're going to take the right foot just behind the left one for a deeper stretch through the back of the legs here. So just the toes on my right foot are on the earth, but my whole left foot is connected. Take a breath in. Let that breath go and we'll switch sides. Right foot to the earth. Left foot comes behind, toes to the earth. Couple breaths here. Take an inhale. And exhale, separate your feet. Inhale, come back to high plank. Exhale, lower yourself, low plank, and holding that low plank. You can always lower your knees if need be, but we'll hold for another count of 3, 2, and 1. Melt yourself all the way down. Untuck your toes so the tops of the feet are now connected to the earth. Slide your hands back under your shoulders. Let's move to the breath again. Inhale, Bhujangasana, baby cobra, reaching forward and up. Exhale, returning to the earth. Inhale, peeling yourself off the mat. Exhale, rolling right back down. 1 more time. Inhale, right into your cobra. Stay for the exhale. Press a little more firmly through the tops of the feet. Slide the hands further back so you really feel that the shoulder blades are moving down your back. So hands are a little closer to the ribs versus the shoulders now. Let's lift a bit higher for a few breaths. Shoulder blades together, legs active as we press the feet into the earth. Neck is long and in line with your spine. Take one more breath in, and with the exhale, melt yourself down. Inhale. Let's come right back up to tabletop. And then we'll warm up the shoulder joints a little bit more. Bring your hands together underneath you. On an inhale, send the right arm to the sky. Follow it with your gaze. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale, left hand reaches. Following it. Exhale, bring it back. Just one more on each side. Inhale, send it to the sky. Exhale, bring it back. Once more. Inhale, sweeping it up. And exhale, returning. Just a couple cat-cows here, so hands separate again. Inhale, drop the belly. Open the heart. Reach the tailbone to the sky. Exhale, flex the spine. Tuck your chin, tuck your tail. Go through it with your own breath. So maybe your breath is already a little bit longer than mine, and you're able to go deeper into each extension of the spine and each flexion of the spine. So taking your time, we'll do one more round. And then let's return to a neutral spine tabletop. Okay, from here we'll take a breath in. Exhale, send it back to your downward facing dog. Couple breaths here. Hopefully the physical body is feeling a little bit more warm and open. With your next breath in, lift your heels to the sky. Exhale, bend your knees, hovering your shin right over the earth. Shift your gaze forward, and we'll hold this just for 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Step all the way to the front of your mat. Hang your head down into a fold. Feet together, just a bit of space between your heels. Slowly start to rise to stand. First tucking your pelvis, moving through the lower spine, the middle, the upper, finally the neck, the head lifts. Take a breath in, sweeping the arms above you. And exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Let's close the eyes just for a moment this morning. Get a sense of maybe an intention to set for your practice, or consider just a simple one-word mantra to help you keep your focus, to keep you centered, to keep you present. Let's try to quiet the mind as much as we can. We'll take a breath in and a breath out. Release your hands, allow the eyes to blink open. And we'll go through sun salutations next. Standing at the front of your mat. Inhale, sweep the arms above you. Lift the heart to the sky. Exhale, swan dive all the way down. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen your spine. Exhale, chaturanga, step or jump back. High through low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a strong, long breath in through your nose. Open the mouth and empty it. Inhale, lift the heels high. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, step or jump to the front. Inhale, lift up halfway, re-lengthening your spine. Exhale, hang your head as you fold. Inhale, rising all the way up. The heart lifts and opens, following it with your gaze. Exhale, swan dive all the way down. Inhale, lifting halfway. Exhale, chaturanga, back to the earth. Inhale, upward facing dog, pausing, opening the heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in, imagine what energy you can draw in. And with your breath out, if there's anything heavy lingering, let it go. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees, walk or float forward. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, hang your head and fold. Inhale once more, greeting the sun, rising up. Welcoming the day, exhale, fold. Inhale, lifting halfway. Exhale to the earth, high through low. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Long breath comes in. And that breath fully goes out. Empty it completely. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees. Walk or float forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale to your chair pose. Settling into the first Utkatasana. Find a strong bend in the ankles, the knees, the hips. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Try to lengthen your spine as much as you can. So feel the long line from the tailbone through the crown of your head as the arms reach. Gazing just in front of your mat so that the neck stays in line with the rest of the spine. Try to find your center, connecting your belly. Soft ribs, pulling the low belly up. From here, we'll bring the hands together, guide them into the heart, and twist to your right side. Try to hook your elbow on the outer edge of your right knee. We're going to keep pressing the hands together here. Try to rotate a little more. Shift your gaze up. Take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale back to center into your chair. Exhale, hands to heart center. Twist to your left side this time, keeping the hands firmly pressing against each other. Rotating a little more with each breath, keeping those shoulders away from the ears. Shoulder blades come together. Shift your gaze up. Take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale back to center, Utkatasana. And exhale, finally fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, Chaturanga, send it down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing. Step your right foot through for your warrior one. Let's set it up. Back left heel dials in. About a 90-degree bend in that front right knee. Sweep the arms high above you. Settle in. Let the arms just plug into the shoulder sockets. Take as much space as you need with that back foot to square the hips forward. Let the tailbone soften down, the ribs soften, the gaze soft. Take a breath in. With your exhale, take it back down to the earth. Chaturanga, high through low. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing. Step your left foot through. Warrior one. Taking a few breaths to work into it, to fine tune it. And both sides are different. Maybe you need more or less space. Tune in, stay wide awake. Organize from your foundation first, strong through both legs. And then moving the hips to sort of square to the front of the mat. Everything settling down, strong through your center. Take one more breath in. And exhale, send it down, high through low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in and fully let it go. One more time, deep inhale. Empty it all the way till there's nothing left. Now inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees, walk or float forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale to your chair. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, twist to your right. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, twist to your left. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, sweep the arms high. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing right foot through. Inhaling, warrior one. The breath comes out, chaturanga, high through low. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing, left foot through. Deep breath in, warrior one. Empty out the breath, chaturanga, back to the earth. Inhale, upward facing. Strong exhale, downward facing dog. Breath comes in, and then we empty it all the way out. Once more, inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend your knees, walk or float forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale to your chair, sweeping the arms. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, twist to your right. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, twisting left. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhaling, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Step your right foot through. Deeply inhaling, warrior one. Just as deeply exhaling to the earth, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward, left foot through. Deep breath in, warrior one, you rise. And with the exhale, returning to the earth, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, strongly, downward facing dog. Either taking a few breaths here in downward dog, or maybe pausing into child's pose. Take a moment to re-energize and reset for a few more breaths. Excuse me. Let's make our way back to downward facing dog. From here, send the right leg back and up, three-legged dog. And just take this stretch for a moment. Keep the shoulders squaring down. Try to distribute the weight evenly through both hands. We'll take a breath in. Exhale, step the right foot through for a low runner's lunge. So you might want to walk the toes back a little bit on your left foot. Once again, about a 90-degree bend in your right knee. Shifting your gaze forward to lengthen your neck. Powerful back leg, straighten it as much as you can. From here, we're going to bring both hands to the inside of the right foot and pivot into Skadasana, a side lunge. So you're rotating, rooting down onto the heel, lifting the toes. That right hand is staying rooting down. The left hand goes up to the sky. Try to follow it with your gaze. Let the heart open, let the shoulders soften. All right, take a breath in. Exhale, we're stepping into Vashisthasana, side plank from here. So I'll lower the inner left foot, step the right foot to meet it, and set up your side plank with whatever foundation feels correct today. You can stagger your feet, stack them, You can always kickstand your bottom leg and bend it. From here, we'll take a breath in and then lift that top leg for fallen triangle. Send it behind you. Lift the heart up. Send the top hand reaching towards the front of your mat, following it with your gaze. Both legs strong and powerful here. Take a breath in, a breath out. Come back to your side plank. Taking your time. We'll take a breath in here and exhale chaturanga, sending it down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a long breath in and a full breath out. Send the left leg back and up. Three-legged dog, just stretching out here. Again, reorganizing, shoulders are squaring down. Try to distribute your weight. Take a long breath in. Exhale, step it through for your low runner's lunge. Other side. So just take your time organizing this first one before we flow through it. Feel the stretch of this posture. Again, we want to move the shoulders away from the ears. Keep the neck long. So you want to find a line from the crown of your head to the back right heel. We're going to place both hands inside the left foot. And then pivot into Skadasana, your side lunge, rotating, lifting the right toes up, sending the right arm up to the sky. Follow it with your gaze if possible. Few breaths. And you can gently push your left arm to the inner left leg to open it up a little bit more. Take a breath in. Exhale, Vashisthasana, back to your side plank from here. Again, just notice what foundation feels best this morning. From here, we'll lift the top leg, send it behind you. Fallen triangle, fallen star. Reaching up and down over your head towards the front of your mat. Take a breath in and a breath out. Come back to your side plank. From here, we'll take a breath in. Exhale, chaturanga to the earth. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in and a breath out. So we'll flow through this slowly together. Step your right foot through for runner's lunge. In your runner's lunge, take a breath in. Exhale, Skadasana, side lunge. Reach that top hand up. Take a breath in. Exhale, Vashisthasana, side plank. Take another breath in. And exhale, fallen star. Send that top leg back. Lift the heart. Reach everything towards the front of your mat. Take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale, back to your side plank, just for a breath in. Exhale, chaturanga, high through low. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step your left foot all the way through. Low runner's lunge. Take a breath in here. Exhale, Skadasana, side lunge. Really reach up. Try to get a lot of openness through the inner left leg. Take a breath in. Exhale, Vashisthasana, your side plank. Strong breath. Inhale. Exhale, fallen star. Send the heart lifting. Reach that top arm over your head. Take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale, back to your side plank. Exhale, chaturanga, high through low. Inhaling, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in and empty it all the way out. We'll do that one more time. We'll try to flow with each breath this time. Step your right foot through. Inhale, low runner's lunge. Exhale to your side lunge. Inhale, side plank. Exhale, fallen star. Inhale, back to side plank. Exhale, chaturanga to the earth. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step your left foot through, low runner's lunge. Take a breath in. Exhale to your side lunge. Inhale, side plank. Exhale, fallen star. Inhale, back to side plank. Exhale, chaturanga to the earth. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a long breath in and clear it all out. Walk your hands back to meet your feet. So you'll be standing at the back edge of your mat. Heel toe the feet together and slowly rise all the way up to standing, sweeping the arms high. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's come into tree pose next, Vrikshasana. We'll bring the right foot into the left leg. It can always go below or above the knee. We'll start with hands at heart center, Anjali Mudra. Try to find a soft drishti gaze, but keep your connection to your breath. Listen to it, hear it, feel it moving through you. From here, we're going to interlace the hands behind us. Once you have your interlace, reach the knuckles down and then open the heart wide, pulling the arms away from the torso. Release your interlace, sweep the arms up. Bring the right knee forward, take a breath in. Exhale, Natarajasana. You're going to send that leg behind you, catching the inner foot, and then open up, heart reaching forward, leg reaching back. Bring that right knee back to center. Extend it out in front of you. Try not to lean back, just flexing at the hip. Take a breath in. Exhale, stepping forward, landing that right foot, then your left. Release the hands to heart center. Take a breath in and a breath out. We'll do that on the other side. Vrikshasana first, your tree. Anjali Mudra hands. Release the hands, find your interlace. First reaching down and then opening up the heart, reaching the arms back. Release your interlace and sweep your arms up. Bring the left knee forward and then take it behind you, Natarajasana. Dancer's pose. back to center. Extend the leg out in front of you. Take a breath in. Exhale, step to the front of your mat. Inhale, sweep the arms above you. Exhale, dive down. Inhale, lengthen, lifting halfway. Exhale, chaturanga, send it down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Empty it all the way out. Come forward into your high plank. So when we come in from downward dog, we'll want to walk the feet back just a little bit. Reorganize your plank. And we'll do 5 chaturanga push-ups here. Always have the option to lower your knees. Inhale, bend the elbows. Raise the ribs with your arms. Exhale, extend the arms. Inhale towards the earth. Exhale up towards the sky. 3 more times, inhaling down. Exhaling up. Keep the belly strong, last 2 breaths. 1 more time, deep inhale, deep exhale. Lower your knees and the rest of you come down. Okay. Let's do some belly back bends this morning. We'll begin with Shalabhasana A. So sweep the arms back, turn the palms to face the earth, bring the legs as together as you can. On an inhale, lift everything up. As you lift, also really consider the opposition here of the heart and the crown of your head reaching forward, not just lifting, and the legs reaching back before they lift. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Find more openness through your heart. Take a breath in. And exhale, soften everything down. Turn your head to one side. Let everything soften. For Shalabhasana B, return your third eye to the earth. Interlace your hands. You can always use a towel for this or a strap as well. Reach the knuckles back towards your feet first. On an inhale, once again, lift everything up, but feel the reach in 2 directions as well. Every inhale, try to open the heart a little bit more. Try to reach the legs back even further. We'll take 1 more breath in here. And with the exhale, soften, turn your head. Full surrender in between. For your final back bend, you can repeat A or B, or we'll go right into bow, Dhanurasana, catching the outside of the feet or ankles. Again, trying to keep the legs as close together as you possibly can. Use an inhale to lift everything up. Let's flex the feet here. Keep reaching the legs back as you reach the feet up. Keep the spine long. Try to lift those ribs off the earth. Just a couple more breaths here. Deep, deep inhale. Come up to your highest point. And exhale, soften down. Turn your head. Windshield wipe your legs. All right, lower your legs down. Return your third eye to the earth. Slide your hands under shoulders. Inhale, scoop into upward facing dog. Exhale, knees to the earth. Stepping back into child's pose, sitting back into child's pose, I should say. Taking a nice deep flexion after that extension of the spine. Lengthen your arms, bring everything to softness. Walk your hands back towards your knees, roll up through your spine, and then let's get the legs underneath us. So we'll do a little bit of core work before we move on. If you have a block, or 2 blocks even better, you want to kind of try to create something that we're going to lift the legs over. So I have 2 of my blocks. If you don't have blocks, you can just use a towel. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my legs right on the other side of the blocks. Okay? From here, I'm going to find an upper and lower ab curl. So I'm turning my spine sort of into a capital C, and my hands come to the earth. Okay, so strong, strong through your center. We're going to inhale. As you exhale, lift the legs up and over your blocks or towel. Inhale to lower them. Exhale to lift them. Just following your breath. Try to keep the shoulders soft. We're doing 5 more of these. Try not to let the belly pop out. You want to take that strong, strong hold of it. Ribs to hip bones to ribs. All right, so gather all those belly muscles. We'll do 1 more here. As you bring your legs down, be gentle with your spine. Come up to seated. All right, now we're going to bring both feet to the left side of the blocks, or whatever it is you're working with. And we're going to come back into position, upper and lower ab curl, shoulders open. Now take a breath in. With your exhale, legs are going up and over. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. You're going to feel a lot of hip flexor as well as a lot of belly here. We're going to do 5 more. 4. Last 3. 1 more to each side. Excellent. All right, and then one last part to this. We're going to bring the knees underneath us. Come into tabletop. 2 options here. You can either come into high plank, or you can do this in a knee plank position. We're going to do some taps to the top of the blocks or whatever it is you're using. So come into your plank, whatever one you decide. Keep your feet a little wider than you normally would. And I'm going to count about 30 seconds here, alternating bringing the hands on top of your object or towel or blocks. Try really hard not to rock the hips too much. So feel a strong connection not only through the center of your belly, but the sides as well, stabilizing. We're about halfway there, about 15 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower your knees. Take a child's pose. And then walk your hands back towards your knees. We're going to slide the legs underneath us again. And we still have time for a quick back bend, even though we did the belly back bends. Let's come into bridge pose just for a few breaths this morning. Okay, feet about hips width distance apart. I'm going to go the other way. And maybe even a supported bridge would feel good this morning after those other 3 back bends. So go ahead and curl your tailbone underneath you. Lift your hips up towards the sky. Few breaths here. Heart wide open, chin is lifted, gaze is lifted. Arms can stay alongside you or they can interlace. And then let's take about 5 more breaths. So if you want to transition into Urdhva Dhanurasana, definitely go for it, just for a few breaths at least. One more big heart opener here. Take one more breath in. Use your exhale to gently lower you down. Let's take happy baby as a counter posture. Grab hold of the feet. Bend your knees in towards your torso. Take a little rocking side to side. All right. From here, let's come into hip opening next. If you'd like to stay on your back, you can take a figure 4 stretch. Take the ankle across the opposite knee and then draw the legs into the chest. Or you can make your way into downward dog and go into your half pigeon, seated half lotus. So whatever feels good this morning. I'm going to stick with figure 4. Settle in and we'll take about 10 breaths here. Try to keep the breath strong even though you're not in motion. Keep your focus on your intention or your mantra, or simply just the breath. We'll try to keep the mind from pulling us away from the moment and take about 5 more breaths on this side. Take one more breath here, and we'll transition. Take a stretch if you need it before you move into the other side of your hip opener. We'll settle back in for another 10 or so breaths. Take one more breath here. Empty it all the way out. Slowly coming out of your hip opener, taking a stretch if you need it, and we'll go into inversion next. Simplest is a waterfall. You can lift your legs straight up or even give yourself some support with a block under your sacrum. Try to root down firmly through your shoulder girdle. Keep the heart wide open and then find a little bit of softness. If you'd like something more dynamic, you can go right into your shoulder stand. Okay, if you're in shoulder stand, let's try to find a line from ankles to knees to hips to shoulders. Chin stays lifted. Gaze stays lifted. Decide what might feel good this morning for your inversion. You could also go to the wall and rest your legs on the wall for Viparita Karani. Just preparing for the day. If you chose shoulder stand and you'd like to transition into plow, try to keep your gaze on your feet. Follow them as you waterfall the legs up and over your head. We have a few more breaths. Take a breath in. Let the exhale carry you back down. just like to do a couple of counter postures here. So let's bring both legs into the chest once you're on your back again. And then we'll extend the left leg. Reach it towards the edge of your mat. You want to feel a reach through the heel. Try to be as even as possible through your hips. So not rocking to one side or another, just compressing the right leg into the torso. And then we'll take that right leg across the body, stacking the hips on top of each other for a twist. Right arm is going to reach out, try to anchor down your shoulder blades. You can keep your left hand on the outer right leg, shift your gaze over the right shoulder if possible, or you can extend your right leg, grab onto the toes or the foot, and go a little bit deeper into this rotation. Bring the right knee back to center, roll onto your back, give it another squeeze, and then bring the left leg to meet it. Lengthen your right leg now, reaching through the heel, anchoring down through the back of the pelvis, compressing the left leg into the torso. Try to relax your hip flexor, just use the strength of your arms to keep the leg towards the chest. Keep reaching through your right heel, and then let's take it across for the twist. Stacking the hips, placing a little bit of gentle weight on the outer left leg, extending the left arm out, following it with your gaze. Maybe extending that top left leg. Go ahead and bring that left knee back to center. Bring the right leg in to meet it. Wrap your arms around your legs. Rock a little bit side to side. And then we'll rock forward and back, coming up to seated for a reverse table here. Feet about hips width distance apart. I like to have my fingertips pointing out. Hands are just behind the hips. Press into the feet. Lift the pelvis up off the earth. Try to have your thighs parallel to the earth, and then gently reach your head back. Lift the chin, lift the heart. Bring your chin back towards your heart first, and then gently lower yourself down. Bring the hands right alongside each hip, lengthen your legs, sitting up as tall as you can with soft knees. Root down through your sits bones evenly, pull all the flesh out from under you. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, we'll take a forward fold. Just sort of melt over your legs. Land the hands wherever it feels most comfortable this morning. Release the head down. Walk your hands back up to seated. And then we're going to separate the legs, stretching out the midline of the legs here. So already when you're sitting, take them as wide as you need to begin to feel the first part of the stretch. Hands are going to stay on the legs, and we're going to slide them down the legs as we lower the torso. For this, try to keep your spine long versus flexing it like we did in the folds. So reach your heart forward, reach your gaze forward. Knees can stay soft here. Just pausing when you feel that adequate stretch. And use your hands to gently guide you back up to seated. We'll bring the legs together And then we're going to take one more twist here. Take the right foot on the outside of the left knee. Sit up as tall as you can. Rotate towards your right side. Fingertips of the right hand land behind you. You can either wrap your left arm around your leg or bring the elbow on the outer edge of that right leg. Try to shift your gaze over the right shoulder and stay lifted. Draw the belly in for a deeper rotation. Let's release and take it to the other side. Left foot comes onto the outside of the right leg this time. Stay lifted as you rotate to the left. Come back to center. Before we settle into rest, we'll take fish pose. Bring the hands behind you. Lower down onto forearms. Flare the heart open. Release the head gently back. Bring the chin back towards the heart. And gently lower yourself all the way down onto the earth. Let's take a long body stretch here. Extend the arms, extend the legs. If there's anything else you need before you settle into rest, go ahead and take it now. Let's prepare for the last few moments of your practice to rest. So either staying on your back in sort of a corpse pose or setting up your props to where you feel most comfortable. We'll take one more conscious, intentional breath in. As you exhale, close your eyes and rest just for a few moments in stillness. Shavasana. Let's bring the awareness back to the breath and reawaken it. And take a long, deep inhale through your nose. Let the breath fill your whole body so that you feel it actually moving and opening. And then exhale, empty it all the way out. Continue that breath and just gently roll over onto your side into fetal posture. And taking a moment just to scan the physical body. You notice the shifts. Hopefully it feels a lot more soft, a lot more open. And then notice the shift in the mind space. Hopefully you are able to also soften and quiet down the mind. Before we finish, I'll leave you with a quote again this morning. It's written by Mary Jean I. Ryan. Normal day. Let me be aware of the treasure you are. Let me learn from you, love you, savor you, bless you before you depart. Let me not pass you by in quest of some rare and perfect tomorrow. So as you finish your practice, I invite you just to keep the eyes wide open, stay tuned into your awareness, keep the heart wide open, and just be grateful for something today. Right? There's always one thing that we can be grateful for, especially when times are extra challenging. Okay. We're going to rise up to a seated position to finish. We'll bring our hands to heart center. Okay. Sitting up tall, take a breath in through your nose. Open up the mouth, let it go. And then gently bring your hands right to your third eye center. With love, gratitude, and deep respect always, we'll finish by bowing to each other. Namaste.